Today I'd like to speak with you a little bit about ending the war in Afghanistan. This is really important to speak about it right now because there is a bill before Congress asking for another $33 billion in supplementary funds for that war. And there is a group in Congress led by Congressman John Conyers of Detroit called the Out of Afghanistan Caucus. And they are doing everything they can to block that bill from going forward. And I want to show my solidarity with those Congress people who have taken a stand against this war, the longest war in American history. You know, it was about 63 years ago, in 1967, when Dr. Martin Luther King went to New York in the biggest church, the Riverside Church in New York, and spoke against the war in Vietnam. And there were a lot of his advisors who said, don't do this. Stick to civil rights. Don't talk about this war, because they're going to breed you as unpatriotic, and they're going to talk about that you are against the troops. But Dr. King said, you know, Dante had it right when he said, in a time of national crisis, not to speak out is to go to the hottest places in hell. The hottest places in hell are reserved for those who in a time of crisis did nothing. I believe this is a time of crisis for the nation. This nation has already spent almost $1 trillion on the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. It's time to end these wars. This congressional district has already spent $1.7 billion in the war for the war in Afghanistan. $1.7 billion. When in this city, we have about 38% of our children living in poverty. In this nation, where for every job that is available, we have 5 persons looking. It's time to redirect our resources to human needs and not to this senseless, endless war. Dr. King said one time, a nation which year after year continues to spend more money on war than on social uplift is approaching spiritual bankruptcy. That's the description of our nation today. We need to end this war. We need to stop spending these valuable dollars that we have and redirect them towards creating jobs, toward helping our young people get through school, toward helping our people get health care and meeting their basic needs. And it's not just a question of economics. We better be pretty sure when we send our young people into conflict that what we're sending them for has a chance of success and is the right cause. And we are sending hundreds of thousands of our young people into terrible dangers. So many of them are coming back with brain injuries, loss of limbs. And what has that done to stop Al-Qaeda? Last month, 100 of our young people were killed in Afghanistan. What impact did that have in stopping Al-Qaeda, the ones who came here on 9/11? I believe this war is a senseless, wasteful, immoral venture, and we have to stop it now. So I joined Congressman Conyers and the Progressive Caucus in calling for an end to this war and a redirection of our resources to creating jobs and human needs. I believe that we would do more to create peace in Afghanistan by following Greg Mortenson's example, by building schools, by helping people, giving people in Afghanistan the resources that they need to advance their basic needs. The war must end. The United States must be looked on as a country of peace. War is not the answer. The answer is human rights, social justice, That's where we have to put our resources.